Guys, welcome back to the world's most dangerous podcast, Not So Common NSC. Uh, what's going on?
Yo, what's good?
Siah back in the
Yeah.
back in the room,
You know, I'm always excited when you call me back. You know, I love to talk my ass off.
bro. It's
I'm sorry, mama.
man, I'm glad because man, Q he got sick, so he had to cancel like last minute, which I heard it in his voice. Like when he called me, I was like, it was like I said hello. He was like, hey, what's going on? I'm like, man, what the hell? Who the hell?
Yeah, it's funny.
You know, so
I mean, not funny, but
yeah. But it's sickness been going around though, so
Yeah.
I get that he's sick. So I was just like, man, I know Jay gonna come through and no Siah coming through. So
yeah, especially when it being all
good.
hot and cold, the weather changing, man, it's crazy.
Yeah. What's going on Facebook Live? What's going on YouTube?
1,000 on the streams from last time. I saw that shit.
Yeah.
Congratulations on that.
Since last time, hey, that show was fire, bro.
Oh yeah, for sure. I've been sharing it with a lot of people as well too.
But everybody who out there who missed that show, who missed Siah's show, you missed a treat. You missed some craziness, like stuff I never seen before. Y'all need to get on it. So yeah, man. But anyway, man, I'm turning another year older.
Your birthday is Saturday.
My birthday is Saturday. Another
crazy.
year older. And
How old are you turning?
man, let's just say I'm older. Another
Okay,
year.
okay.
Let's just say I'm another year older.
Another year around the moon.
I ain't gonna lie, I've been reflecting. It's old enough to be it's to reflect on life though. Cause I've been reflecting and I'm like, cause you try to figure out your accomplishments. Are you where you want to be in life? Did you see yourself being where you are? You know, you reflect on all that as you get older, and you realize that no, you're not. Everybody has a where they see themselves when they get, you know, from like as a teenager until like, you know, the present day, and it's like, yeah, I didn't see none of this.
Yeah.
I didn't see none of this. I thought
It's
I was
big
gonna
fact.
be, you know, in the NBA or NFL or something, or you know, or rich, or just kid stuff. You know how kids think when we were kids. You know, we think we're always gonna be rich and famous, and no, it's not. I'm not at all where I want to be, but I learned that life ain't always gonna be perfect. Bro.
Oh man,
You
what?
know? Life is just not.
Man, if there's something I'm learning on the beat, like it's more about how you adapt to the situation than what you really plan. Because what you plan usually doesn't always fall through,
No.
and you end up in a different place, which makes you stronger if you see it that way.
Yeah, it does because it as you get older, you see, as you reflect back, you see all right, I messed up here. I can't make that same mistake. Versus, you know, when you're young, you probably make that same mistake several times, and you can wonder like, why can't I get past this area? Why can't I get past this line? And why do I keep making the same mistakes? And then as you get older, like it's like things slow down for you. You know, it's like I don't know, like when athletes play sports like basketball or football, when they first like a rookie or they first start playing, it's like the game is like moving really fast, and then when they're in the league for like 5 or 6 years, it's like, okay, now I got it. Everything's slowing down. It's not as fast anymore. I got this, you know? And that's kind of how I am right now. It's like, I know, I don't know what to do, but I know how I could figure things out. You know what I'm saying? I may not know it right now, but I can figure it out. I think that's where I'm at right now.
At the part of application at this point in time, you're application mode.
It's things are slow. Like I'm at the moment to where it's not that I'm just saying I can do anything, but I'm actually believing it that I could do anything right now. And which I wasn't like that before. I just used to say it, but I never put that in action. But now my confidence level is sky high. I'm just the man. I don't know what else to say. I'm the man.
And then you going to Las Vegas for the weekend? Oh man, you got to talk about that.
I'm going to Vegas for the weekend.
So you gonna be there for what? 4 days? 4 or 5 days?
Yeah, about 3 days. 3 days. Well, I'll be back on the Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'll be back on the 4th day.
Okay.
Yeah, so Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Why Vegas?
It's just I'm trying to have some fun. I'm trying to. I thought about other things, you know.
This your first time going or this?
It's actually my second time, but
Oh,
I didn't really do a whole lot the first time I was there. Kind of just like walking around with everybody, just not really, you know. But I have actual like I'm a experience things there. Like it's not all about just drinking and getting drunk, you know, because
mm.
you can drink whatever. That's whatever.
You
It's
could do that
there.
in every city.
In every city you can drink. But what else does the city have to offer?
Mm.
You know, besides drinking and gambling, which I'm gonna do both still, but I'm gonna see something. You know?
Do it with a little more pizzazz and culture.
Yeah,
Probably might have your pinky
yeah.
out when you do.
Hey, it's Vegas,
So what you got to what plans you got?
man. I'm gonna check
What's your
out
favorite plane? What is the one that's on top of your list that you'd be like,
the roller
if I don't do
coasters.
the roller
The
coaster?
roller coaster. So
Oh.
they have a roller coaster like on top of a building, and a friend of mine was telling me that like it's like the you go up there, you spin around, and then the roof retracts, and it's like it's just you, space, and ground. And anything can go
What the
wrong.
fuck?
I don't know.
Man, that's almost like skydiving at that point in time. That's crazy.
I was gonna try skydiving, but
Ooh, man, fuck. Man,
I,
wish I could have went with you. That would
yeah,
been crazy. I
that'd have
didn't
been
think
dope.
about it though. Yeah,
But yeah, I'm gonna try some stuff like that.
man, I've never been to Vegas.
It's cool, man. But the only thing is, it's gonna be like 50 degrees there when I go.
50.
I
Oh, it's
mean,
gonna be. Oh yeah, it's
50s.
February. Man, see, there goes that hot and cold, and it's like
That's what I'm
cold.
saying. So I'm trying not to just don't get sick. If I gotta get sick after I get back.
Cause that would suck to be sick there. I mean, knock on wood. No, no sickness. You'll have all the fun in the world.
Yeah, man. So I'm you know what's funny? I I was trying to get, you know, for my birthday and stuff like I wanted to like just get like all my friends together and do a show with me, like just talk that stuff. And like we've been
Mm-hmm.
friends for like a long time. So I kinda want them to, you know, let's joke around, let's get on here, whatever. So we in a group chat, right? I text whatever. At first I said, what time do y'all get off work on such and such day? And then I was like, you know what? Let me tell them why, and then so I don't ambush, right? Because I wasn't getting a response, so let me just say why, so I won't ambush them.
Mm.
Whatever. So before I could send the reason why, one of my friends texts back. He was like 2 o'clock. So then I sent the message on what I wanted to happen. Then none of them text back after that. They didn't give a damn.
How about just doing talking shit on the podcast?
Yeah, just come and hang out. And I'm like, I wouldn't. And it wasn't like if you can't go, you can't go. I know,
Yeah,
whatever. But it was just like I was just like laughing, like, dang, them boys really don't. They didn't text me back for nothing.
man. I think you know what? It's just something about the group chats that just haunts people, man. People hate group chats because usually it starts off with business and then
Yeah,
it ends up in the meme world.
and I
And
don't
then
get
people
it.
want to make jokes, and then you just turn that shit off. And then being a part of multiple chats,
Yeah,
that's just enough. It just get lost in the sauce.
yeah.
Everything gets lost in the sauce.
I don't get it, man. For me, it's just like I don't know, man. My boys, we ain't been texting back and forth. I don't know if it's because everybody got stuff to do, but it's like I don't know. That's another thing I noticed about getting on like your friends and chats. They get less and less. You know.
That's true.
I don't know, man. I'm not, you know, it's not gonna offend thing. I'm just saying, like,
Mm.
I'm just, you know, things I'm noticing. So
I think people just like individual text messages. They feel more special. They like that one-on-one conversation.
if my boys was like, I just want a one-on-one conversation, I'm like,
That's funny.
you, but I ain't gonna say it. I ain't gonna say it.
That's funny as
You
all.
effing, but yeah, the
People,
kid.
and then it depends on how people like to communicate. People like to like be called. People like to be texted. It
Yeah,
just depends. But at the same time, people got to communicate this shit. It's like, cause me, I'm more of a texter. If I call you, it's less than 2 minutes.
yeah,
You're
yeah.
like,
Me,
tell me
that's all
what
I
you
am too.
need.
I'm in there, out of there. Conversation. Hey, blah 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 blah. All right.
We mean at what time? At such and such. I ain't hold up. Nobody church
That's all
service.
I need. That's all I need. I don't need to carry on. I don't need nothing else.
But also, it does depend on the person because there are some conversations I get lost on the phone for like 3 hours with anybody, really, like a good old friend, a girlfriend, a family member, you know?
It depends on the conversation.
Yeah, it's true, yeah.
Because I don't just want to be talking about some dumb stuff all the time.
Yeah, it's true. You just don't want to hear them breathe, too.
Yeah, like, especially it's them conversations to where, like, we just sitting on the phone, and it's like, bro, you ain't talked in a minute, man. Like we breathing to each other right now.
Fuck
Like,
that. But yeah, it just depends on what the conversation is. But yeah, going back to you reflecting on your birthday.
yeah, yeah. So I'm moving in a new direction right now. I'm moving in a like a new kind of attitude,
mm,
to where anything I'm touching, anything I want, I'm getting,
mm,
or I'm going after it at least. So that's where I'm at right now. It's like time is it's 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 valuable to me right now. So I don't have time to just waste like I used to.
yeah.
Like things got to go. Like this podcast got to go. Like all this stuff, it's gotta go. Well, let's go. And that's where I'm at right now.
Man, life is just a crazy thing. Like you said, you didn't see yourself being in this position. You had like a whole different plan probably presented to you from TV, movies. Everybody wants to be famous. Like you said, everybody wants to be a basketball. You see this on TV, and we see that as successful, having all the money, having all the cars, having all the girls.
Hmm.
We see that as successful, and if we don't have any of those, we don't see ourselves successful.
Yeah.
But a lot of people don't understand the journey to success. You know what I'm saying? Like the struggles, the times that you have to eat ramen noodles for 30 days straight.
Bruh.
You had to drink water. You staying on a friend's couch.
Yeah. Yeah. All of I
You
did.
driving a hoopty to work. You working a job you don't like, but all these things add up to the 10 years of being an overnight success.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's like the instant gratification. Like people want, they do something, they want to see the results now. Like the
Oh man,
things
we're
that-
like rats in the cage when it comes
But-
to food. We do something right, we press the button, we get a cheese.
Yeah.
It's a reward system.
And I feel like, you know what? It's nothing wrong with wanting that, but it's something wrong with the realization that you got to realize that life don't work like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I would love to have Instagram. I would love to do a show right now and then get a contract tomorrow. That'll be
Today,
great.
now,
Tonight, I love that.
walk in the door.
I
right
want
now.
that right now. But life don't work like that. You have to have that realization that it's a journey, and it's just you just keep going.
Yeah.
That's all you gotta do is just keep going, because at the end of the day, somebody's gonna see you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And somebody's gonna see your vision, and you gotta be ready for that.
And you know what's funny? The older you get, the richer you do get in all aspects of life, like physical, spiritual, mental.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm starting to hang around a lot of older people, and they starting to tell me that they started becoming millionaires after like 50, 60, 70.
Really?
Yeah, like people are hitting their million marks at like 60, 70. So that gives me hope that like as long as I just keep going, the older I get, the more I know what to do with my money and stuff like that. And I can tell you a quick example. One of my homeboys' father, he quit his job at 61. He was working this it was like a oil plumbing situation.
Okay.
They worked for 30 years. He retires and starts his own business, and he's been doing it 5 years, and he's already a multimillionaire. Like he's already bought multiple properties, has multiple clients, worked big contracts. He's like building his own, and he's done this within 5 years. Now he's like 67, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that makes it like, damn, like you can be at any age and you can start seeing millions at you know what I'm saying? And even to have that knowledge to handle that money at 60, you know what I'm saying? So even us in our 30s right now, we're still young, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're more refined, like we understand more. We have an understanding of ourselves. We understand how we communicate with the world. That's just like our 30s, because 20s is just, 20s teens are just crash course. Like, who can, there's some people that get it that young, and then there's people that don't. It's just whatever it clicks for you, what age it clicks for you is just where it clicks for you.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? Some people it clicks at 70. Some people it clicks at 4. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, we can't base our success off of how other people click and what time they're blossom, because that's just their time when they blossom. You know what I'm saying? Because even now, people, once again, short story, like how you see me like progress through my whole musical journey.
Right.
People think I'm at a certain level. I'm just like, I feel like I'm just blossoming because of the people I'm surrounded by that's been doing it for so long. They have like a very steady identity.
Yeah.
And I'm just, going along with the journey. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Right.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I agree with all that. We're all on that. And like me, like right now, I ain't never been just like now I read books all the time. You know what I'm saying? Just something I feel like that's gonna help me get to that next level. I do it, And I've been on this one called, The Mountain Is You. And
I like that.
it's like it's basically saying that like how they say, there's more than one path to a mountain, up a mountain. But it's like you are that mountain. And you are what's in your way.
Always.
You are the procrastinator. That the mountain is you.
I wonder why.
You know what I'm saying? Like it was it's like based on like your fears and your like people don't operate out of fears to to be successful or to fail, or it's saying like, oh, this is one thing called she was talking about self-sabotage, right? And how that's a coping mechanism because people lives have been so so messed up their whole life that they believe like no matter if I get to this next level, it's gonna crash anyway. So I'll self-sabotage that so I won't have to deal with that reality or that harshness when it finally happens.
Oh, not to cut you off.
Go ahead.
But I was asking like, how do you deal with self-sabotage?
You have to realize, I think you just have to realize that every situation can be different than the last situation.
This is true.
So people can have all these failures back to back to back, but you still have to believe that next one can work, A
little bit of optimism.
Yeah, you have to have optimism. Like, it's just like how there's a lot of podcasts and people get on there and talk about relationships like all women are this or all men are this,
True,
because they put themselves in situations and relationship situations which they know they shouldn't have been anyway, but because they put themselves in that, they want to say all men are this or all women are this, so they get on these podcasts and say, men want this and that, or women want this and that. It's like, no, everybody's different. No matter how you piece it up, your situation has been the same because that's what you put yourself into. Everybody's not the same. And that's like situations in life when it comes to success. It's like, you can have a show that one person might come to. One person might come to the next one. One person might come to the next one, but you still put on a great show. All of a sudden, that next one, you thinking like, it's only gonna be one person anyway, but all of a sudden, word got around. Now you got a full house. But if you had a self-sabotage, like, I ain't about to do this show, I already know what's gonna happen on one person anyway. You might never see that whole full crowd of people out there,
waiting.
Yeah, and they waiting on you, going crazy like they did last time.
Man, that was a crazy experience, especially when I dropped that bass on stage. That was the fun. I'll tell you, that was that was the best part of the show.
But you took that like a champ, though. He's like, you was right on cues. Like, look at the devil trying to do that. He picked that mug up and started going.
Hey, I was like, well, there's only one thing I can do because I'm not about to just like walk off stage and cry.
No, you handled that like a G, bro.
I told her that was the best part of the stage.
Killed it.
Well, for most people that wasn't there for the show, it was the very first song of my set. I wanted to get everybody to clap their hands, and I was playing my bass at the time, and it just came completely off. The strap came off, and it hits the ground very loudly. At this point in time, I have everybody's attention.
Yeah.
I have everybody's attention in the venue. On top of, I accidentally knocked down my talk box. So I look at the guitar. No, I actually shrug. I'm like,
yeah.
I just shrug, pick it back up, put the bass back on. I set the keyboard back up. And I just was like, 1, 2, 3.
Let's get it going. Let's get it going, man.
The show must go on because I'm not about to walk off stage and just start pounding. Everybody gonna be like,
no. And then look what happened. Everybody forgot about that.
I know, right?
Nobody cared about that at all.
That's funny. I'm the only person that remembered it.
Yeah, everybody else is just going crazy, and I'm like, Yo, that was yeah. You kept going.
Oh man, that was the fun. I hands down think that
But
I
that's
can't relive that. That felt so good to me because I had so many. I low key had a lot of high expectations of being perfect, but there's no imperfection in dropping both of your instruments on stage loudly.
and then anybody else probably would have cracked or dang, this ain't for me or took that as a sign. But you was like, hey, that's a sign. I'm gonna keep going.
I know, right?
Like,
But at the same time, I've been embarrassed on stage so many times, more times than I can count. That was nothing to me.
and and that's crazy because that's the one part too. Those failures, like it numbs you to that shit. Like if you fail to
That's
have
the best part of the show.
yeah,
To me.
that's what I'm saying. You need those moments. You need those moments. I love them. I embrace them now.
And you know what's funny? The first time I ever been embarrassed on bass, I left the venue.
Did you really?
Yeah. The first time I ever been embarrassed,
And
I got my stuff and left the venue.
before the show, like you were supposed to perform and didn't perform.
No, it was during the show, and granted, I was not playing the best to my ability,
Mm-hmm.
and the guy that called me called another bass player, and during our intermission, he was like, "I'm letting this guy play bass," and I just got my stuff and I left.
Damn.
That was a hard one. Whew.
Yeah.
I've dropped multiple basses on stage. I have tripped on stage a few times. I've knocked stuff over on bass. It's been a lot of L's on bass, but hey, man, that's what, like you said, that's what makes you strong. Like that's what led me to that moment, and then moments beyond. Like if anything go wrong, I'm still have like I will never panic in a situation when it comes to music because I understand that anything's gonna happen because it's a lot of moving parts,
Right.
and I could just be in control of what I can be in control of.
And that's a good way to look at it. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, all eyes are on you. You know? Dang.
And I'm not about to falter under pressure.
Nah, hell no. No.
Not in front of my mama. You serious?
You know Rhonda was going to be there too?
I didn't know my sister was like, yeah, she's 15 minutes away. I was like, what? Because I was literally, you know what? I was literally thinking about that right before the show. I was like, dang, I said, invite my mom and my dad because my previous music, I knew it wasn't their cup of tea. It was like very aggressive music until the first Call Tony album, which is our funk band, the Call Tony Band. You should follow us on Facebook for all the upcoming shows. But anyway, I digress. We came out with our first album and I shared it with my dad. He loves the album. He shows it to everybody. Oh my God, it's ridiculous. He knows all the parts by memory. He doesn't miss no notes on that first album.
Really?
And he was like, you know what, whenever you have a live show, I want to come or whatever. But he works the night shift.
Yeah.
And my mom, she loves the music too, but not to the point that she was going to show up to that one particular show. Not even like not even the one before. And I felt like that. I'm glad it was that show because that was the one. I felt like that was the one that I'm like, oh, okay. So even her just being there, I was like, okay, this is the vibe. This is the move. This is the lane. I'm sticking to it. And she loved every section. She was the loudest person. She was front row. She was I gave her a rose. I gave her she was the loudest person in the crowd. I was telling her, I mentioned her so many times during the show. It was ridiculous because I couldn't process that she was there because I think that was the first show she's ever been to that I had stepped out into that light like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you and my sister, y'all been to
I've been to a lot of them.
I'm talking about over an 8-year span.
Yeah.
And you know what? I'm not even like in the mode that they weren't there. I just knew it wasn't their cup of tea, and I wanted to create an atmosphere that they could enjoy themselves. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to be thinking about their lives being in danger. You know what I'm saying? It's just not really their vibe. Yeah. But she was like, no, I want to support you. I don't care if you playing in the rain and the mud. You know what I'm saying? I will be there. And at that moment, I was like, oh, okay, like this is it. This is the moment. I bet she won't miss not one show. My dad, he's gonna skip work to see that shit.
Yeah. No, when I walked in, I saw Trinette, so I'm used to seeing Trinette.
Yeah.
Right, and I was like, hold on, Aaron Marche?
I know, right?
Okay.
They was mad that I didn't tell them about the last one. They was like, tell me and I'm going to put it in my account. They showed up. I was like, oh, this is crazy. Once again, the loudest people in the crowd.
Yeah, that was fire. That show was all kind of fire. I never seen people act like that. It was going crazy.
Man, I still can't believe I watched that show so many times, and I just felt it felt right. It felt good. I've never seen Quincy, our keyboard player, that happy. He was jumping so high up. The
No,
guitar
he was
play,
doing it. He was doing it.
Josh, the drummer Leon,
Yeah,
it
he was
just
getting
everything
over.
just felt right. It felt good, and I wanted to keep doing. I was like, I want to do this for the rest of my life.
Right. And I wish I could have one of these shows like that too. Like just do a live show that just people like just want to hear what I have to say on stuff, and that'll be pretty dope.
That'd
And
be
that's why
crazy.
I my thing is I gotta learn how to start. You know, let's say if you can't make it or Q can't make it, I have to start
Mm,
learning how to talk about myself and make it interesting. You know,
mm.
and that's gonna be a challenge for me this year.
What about if you had a? I mean, this is just a couple of suggestions. I got two suggestions that kind of popped in my mind. Like when you by yourself, you kind of have like an intimate, just you talk about relatable things that's like going on with yourself that people will relate to. Like how you was talking about reflecting on your birthday. A lot of people can't reflect
Right.
that. If you just would have just the camera on you, be like, my birthday's coming up. And I know everybody has this moment of reflection when it comes to another year cycle. It's like, have I accomplished what I wanted to accomplish? What can I do in the future to make myself better? You just kind of analyze stuff and then people can learn from that. You know what I'm saying? How I'm learning from you, how you kind of you're in this space of okay, I'm getting older and I value my time more and
Yeah.
I'm putting more things and prioritizing and even watching the people that surround you now
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
seeing how that affects you because if people's wasting your time, that's waste of time.
Yeah.
So
That's
mm,
yeah. That's what we were talking about earlier. Like just the time is so valuable right now. Like when you're younger, you don't whatever you got all the time, but when it's like, all right, I gotta make this happen now.
mm,
You realize like every moment has to count for something. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, it has
Every
more
moment.
towards
Like even when I was watching a
mm,
show, I was like, this is a great show. And but what's going on in my head? I was like, what was the work he put in behind the scenes to do all this? What he's doing right now? Think about the practice when nobody's
I
watching.
practiced every day.
You know what I'm saying?
I practiced every day.
You ain't just get up there and start doing it. You put time in behind the scenes. You know.
Every from the time I got from the time I picked up my bass to us walking off stage, everything was mostly rehearsed. I would say 80% of it was rehearsed, and everything else was just a feel from the crowd.
No, really. The
Every
crowd is,
I knew exactly what I wanted to say in every moment,
yeah.
and I knew I wanted to drag a little bit more things out, keep a little more things. I had a very strong idea of everything that was going to happen.
Mm.
I knew what I wanted the crowd to say at every point. It was just more of everything I said. I was just feeling the energy of the crowd with everything I was saying. If everybody was clapping me, I was like, okay, obviously everybody's paying attention.
Right,
Everybody's
right.
clapping. Just little stuff like that. It's just how us musicians like to call it checking the temperature of the room.
Gotcha. And the temperature was just right.
And you know what's funny? Stepping into that role twice, that was my first time ever being a lead singer.
Really?
Like a couple of with the band, you know what I'm saying? Just actually stepping into the lead role. I always would like be like, okay, I'm just in the background, but actually stepping into the role as far as like I have to know what to do with the
Yeah.
crowd.
Oh, okay, okay,
That was
okay.
my first time.
Wow. I mean, but you don't put on your own concert before though.
Yeah, that too. But I feel like compared to that show, nothing, night and day.
Really?
It was trash.
Ooh.
That show that I put on honestly was trash to me because I was trying to
Oh.
be something I wasn't.
Gotcha. Okay, well at least it's self-realization, you know what I'm
Oh yeah, I
saying?
was faking that shit heavy.
Self-aware, you know?
Oh, ooh, faking it hard.
And that's another thing. You bringing up good stuff, man. Another thing, being self-aware. Like I try my best. I may not be self-aware with everything, but I try to be as much self-aware as I can, and accept it. Like just break myself down,
Yeah.
and be confident. Like and I can take constructive criticism, but also I can tell if you just talking noise too. Because I'm trying to be as self-aware as I can. And people love to you ever hear people say, "Oh, I'm honest. I just tell the truth. I'm honest."
Mm,
And that's the biggest lie they tell themselves
mm.
because your honesty isn't really worth anything if it's just always if all your honesty is just trying to tell people what they're not and trying to break people down. It's like I can't value your opinion anymore because I think that's just who you are.
Mm.
That's what you're looking for. But if you're giving solutions, yeah, I'm probably okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
especially if
saying?
I asked for them.
Yeah.
Especially if I asked for your
Yeah.
opinion.
Right.
Lay it on me. But if you're just talking about a whole bunch of nothing, it's like, okay, where's this path leading to?
Yeah, because
Because you don't want to lose time once again.
yeah, and people love to hear themselves talk. They love to hear themselves talk, especially when they think they're smarter than they are, and they especially when it comes to talking noise about you. Oh, you're not this, you're not that, whatever. I don't need to hear your truth because your truth is only your truth.
Yeah.
You
And
know,
then it's like, what
your
is
honesty
real?
means nothing.
What is the truth and what is reality at this point in time? Because
Yeah.
everybody has a different perspective on reality.
Exactly. So
Crazy. So
yeah.
is there a, not to get too deep, but is there really a truth? Is there really a lie? Is there really reality? What is real?
It depends on what it is. Like things are real, but it, but there are also certain things that are like we say is reality. That's not reality. It's just your opinion.
That's true.
Like
Yeah.
if we say, this couch we're on, that's a fact. But
Yeah,
if
you can say this is the best
but
couch
if
in the
you
world.
yeah, but if I'm talking about your music, whatever, and I'm putting down, I can say, oh yeah, I'm just being real with you. Yeah, that's your real, but it's not the real. It's your
Mm,
truth. You may not like it. You may think it's this, but that don't mean everybody else does.
yeah.
You may that's not like me. So you're gonna talk about my music, talk about the podcast, because you don't like me. So I
Mm,
can't value what you're saying right now because
yeah.
it's personal. So
That's crazy in itself.
yeah. But there's certain people you can we all have a feeling of a person that we can trust their opinion on.
Yeah.
Even if they don't always say what we want them to hear, we know where it's coming from. You can't just we all have that person like that. Like, hey, that person tells me something, I know they got my best interest. Even if it's not what I want to hear, even if it hurts, they did it for my best interest.
Mm,
So I can, you know, I can live with that.
yeah.
So yeah, man.
Especially when they come with it and they a man or woman of their word.
Yeah. Somebody who's a man or woman of their word, you can trust that if they say something, you can cash that.
Mm. It's not a lot of
Yeah.
people like that too.
It's not. It's not like I said, people love to hear themselves talk. And I used to be like that. I ain't gonna say I never was like that. When I
Oh,
was
me too.
younger, I just wanted to hear myself talk. It sounded good. That's why I said it. But I didn't realize, and I probably had good intentions, but I realized I wasn't true to my word.
Yeah.
I was just saying things that sound good to me
Mm.
until, so you have to have that self-realization. Look yourself in the mirror and like, no, you're not who you say you are.
Then you gotta break that shit down because you just so used to. It's just our patterns too. It's just repetition patterns of stuff we used to do for like 15, 20 years, and then breaking that cycle and just being, like you said, mindful and aware of those actions, and then just tweaking them over and over and over again.
Yeah.
It's damn near you had to go another 20 years of just programming old bad habits and shit.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. It's all about moving forward right now.
Yeah.
But man, it was I didn't get a chance to send this to you. I wanted to talk to you about this and see what you feel. Because we both grew up in church, right?
Mm.
So I don't know if you heard this, but the Church of England wants to have a gender neutral God. So they want to refer to God as they, we, I guess is they.
Mm.
You know how they do
They, we, us.
we, us,
Mm.
and
It's more of a collective than
yeah,
a he or a she.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
and that's the Catholic Church and all that are debating on. Should we have that in the doctrine?
That's crazy.
And I'm kind of on the fence, but I'm not on the fence.
That's
Like,
crazy.
because here's the thing: we always, since the beginning of time, our father, it's a dude. He got married, pregnant, a dude. So at the end of the day,
That's crazy. That will completely destroy the fabric of religion itself.
yeah, because we're not. Because I feel like when we do that, it's not about the religion; it's about the culture.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
That's really heavy.
yeah,
Cause it's at this point in time, what do we do with the old Bibles now? Because now at
Burn
that
them.
because at that point in time, they're just stories. They're just books. They're just. I mean, they still carry their weight because there's still stories about people that had real lives, that had real experiences that can be translated to modern time.
Yeah.
But as far as what people are thinking now, as far as the they, us, we instead of he or she, that's a whole new generation of thought. You know what I'm saying? There's going to be a whole new generation of thought, especially when our generation that maintains that core belief passes on.
Yeah.
Just how in the 1920s and the 1820s, you know, before Christ, how they had their one specific core belief that just transcended. I can't imagine what we believe was completely different from what people believe back in the day.
No.
So I can't even imagine what people are going to believe in the fucking future.
Right.
Crazy.
Yeah, because that really goes against. I mean, can we really say our Father? Can we really say God impregnated Mary, and it's a she, we, they? You know, because we know that can't happen. So I mean, it's some stories we got to take out.
You know, our group that is in heaven.
Yeah, right. Our group.
Our group therapy session.
Right.
That are in heaven.
But I mean, at the end of the day, like, you have stories in there that said we were made in their they were like we were made in their image or something like that.
I wonder what that image looks like.
So I don't know. It looks like they're man and women. So I don't know.
It's a man and a woman, or it's neither.
Because all I mean, look, all religions are hard are weird. You know, if you look at the stories in the Bible, they're all weird.
Yeah,
you know, it's all hard to believe. Honestly, you just gotta believe. You know, if you just your faith. You know, but I mean,
it just comes down to balance at the end of the day. Like every religion preaches balance in their own different type of way. They all have the perception of there's the light, there's the dark, and how people perceive it. That's how, if people don't have that understanding of good and evil, then people can go left and right with it. You know what I'm saying? It's an unbalance. Being unbalanced is evil.
But okay. So if you want to make we, us, they for God, do you make that for the devil too?
Because without, because back to I feel okay. I'm gonna say my opinion, and then I want your feedback on this.
Okay.
Because this is just my personal opinion on how I see religion. I feel it's just a balance. It's just the individual understands the balance of good and evil and mindfulness in every moment. That's how I feel religion is to me. It's just that balance of having. Okay, I am I'm aware that I'm a person that's capable of great evil and great good, but I'm mindful of my choices that will affect the chain reaction around me. I'm more into causation than actual somebody telling me what to do and having control over my fate.
Yeah, as far as religion goes, right?
As far as religion,
so religion was just about order and control. You know, all it really was made for. Like, you can believe in Jesus, you can believe in God or whoever, you know, whatever religion you want to believe in, Buddhism, Hindi, whatever. But when religion came into it, it was like, all right, we got this dude in up here, Pope, whatever.
That's crazy.
To control all of this right here, and it's all about power. I'm the right hand of God.
Straight.
I'm the right hand of God. He told me to tell y'all this, and y'all got to treat me like I'm the king.
That's crazy.
That's all it was. Because you can, I mean, if God is omnipotent, whatever, yeah. Do we need to go to church for him to be around us to worship him? No, because he's everywhere we are.
Yeah, but we don't grab that concept.
Yeah, like, and I don't want to say church is unnecessary, but if you get caught up in the control part of it, it's
especially the feel for part. Like people have to scare you into place.
Yeah.
No, I ain't down for that type of shit. You can't scare me into submission.
Nope. So,
and that's what some churches like to do. They like to scare you into submission instead of just making you mindful.
What the fuck was that?
Oh, like somebody
Something
ran
crashed
this. It sound like a car crash.
For real. But
Yeah.
I was watching a video and it was a priest talking about, the gender neutral, because he was all for it. But he was also a gay priest. So he's answering questions like, is homosexuality a sin? And, can you recognize, the marriage of two gay people? And he's like, they were the other priest on there was like, he was trying to say no, but not say no.
That's funny.
Nice and beat around the bush, but I mean, you got to change a lot if you do.
Yeah.
You really got to change a lot if you put it in there. Like, but that's just the Catholic Church, though.
Yeah.
I don't think no Baptist Church of God in Christ churches they ain't doing it. I wouldn't think.
Man, that's a whole different type of beast. I feel like every church has its different type of experience. Cause even like going to going to a Catholic church for the first time, that was crazy. They ain't had no funk.
Nah.
Like what was that? And then the whole kneeing thing, and I'm like, okay, I know I'm not supposed to talk. Like I'm trying to figure out the rules as I go.
Man, I went to a Catholic wedding one time. It was so much sitting and standing. I was like, man, I hope they get a divorce right now. Shit, just bring on a divorce. I'm here for all that.
That's funny.
Yeah,
Are you into weddings?
No, I'm tired of them, honestly. I done been to more than I done been in so many weddings and I ain't walked down the aisle yet.
If anything makes you don't want to walk down there even more.
Yeah, man. That's one thing too. I'm like, I don't got no kids, never been married.
That's crazy.
And
you are literally living your life. You're going to Vegas for your birthday.
It's like, do you want that companionship? Yes, but also freedom is so nice too.
I wouldn't imagine having both. That's rare though.
I'm gonna just be a single rare. We, she, they. All of us is in me. Oh man.
But if you can find that person that loves you unconditionally and gives you that space at the same time, that's crazy. It's rare.
That's rare. That's real.
Because they really have to understand that you really need your space.
Yes.
For however long you just need it. Sometimes you just need a day, maybe a couple of days, maybe even a week, maybe even a month. Whatever it is, and they gotta understand that.
Man, that's another realization. As you brought it up. Relationships. Women. Y'all ain't shit. Nah. Dude, I am not in the look, I'm always been an honest person, but I'm not wasting my time no more. Like I've been if I feel like if I show you who I am from the beginning, you still unsure or running or playing games, like bye. Cause there is another.
And I have seen your share of
bruh. Yes.
I've seen your journey.
Yes, it's been a journey and I'm tired of that shit.
I'm talking about wild. You have definitely had a wild journey for sure.
Yes, and it's
different seasonings.
Yes,
different seasoning. A little salt here, a little pepper there.
There's some different seasonings.
A little hot chili pepper here and there. Yeah, that's all I'll say.
Yeah,
that's funny as hell.
It's been crazy.
A little dark chocolate here and there.
Yeah,
a little more than often, but I digress. That's funny.
But yeah, man, it's like, do I want somebody? Yeah, probably, but I ain't willing to just put up with anything no more.
Yeah, let it come to you.
Yeah.
That's the best relationship.
When I'm not even looking.
And that's the best ones. That's the best ones. Because especially when you don't have to chase a girl, and of course you're not gonna chase no girl.
Nah.
No. We don't do no chasing. No. This specific family, we don't chase women. They have came to us. All of us. I mean, but we just got that spunk. We just got that charm. It's a Woodburn charm that women can't resist.
Yeah, man. Yeah. It ain't my fault. Don't blame me. Blame them we. Nah. Yeah, blame them, him, she, them, we.
Them us.
Yeah.
Blame them.
Blame them all.
Blame them all. That's funny. What? Okay. So, what ideal girl do you see? Not like as how she looks, but just personality wise. What would keep you coming back for more besides sex?
Okay. 'Cause, I mean, first of all, the looks is gonna be there. Whatever. It's gotta be looks first.
Oh yeah.
Always. No matter what she is, looks first. But it's the communication. It's the relationship, like the conversations. It's the how are you acting? Like, I don't want nobody acting a fool out in public. Uh I don't want you, how do I put this? You have to see reality more than anything. Don't make up nothing. Like, because a lot of women they make up shit in their fucking heads that it's annoying. You
Is
gotta be
there like a
responsible. You
example?
gotta. It is, but I feel like somebody's gonna see this. They gonna know exactly what
No,
I'm
you don't say
talking.
no names.
Yeah, no. But let's just say if I showed you who I am, I've been there for you. I told you I want you, but you keep bringing up another person.
Oh, fuck that.
You know what I'm saying?
That's automatic no.
And I've been telling you that. And I'm like, there is nothing going on between me and another person, and I want you. Like, I'm here.
Oh,
with
the girl is talking about a previous girl you were talking to. Oh, that's annoying as well.
And here's the thing: the other girl didn't have nothing to do. Like, it really wasn't shit.
That is annoying.
Yeah, man. So
That's super annoying.
shit like that.
Oh, that's
I tried the whole online shit. Online dating is trash. All of you people out there who do online because it's easier, you trash. You're weak.
and you ate at McDonald's.
Yeah.
I mean, nothing against McDonald's. People love McDonald's, but it is what it is.
McDonald's be hitting, though.
I mean, when
It depends on.
if you just out, you trying to find some food, it's 24 hours.
Yeah.
But at that case, I go to Whataburger. You can never go wrong with Whataburger.
Yeah, that's true.
Ooh, wee!
But hey, I had this one girl I met online. She found me on Facebook, went through my Facebook and seen some pictures with girls because we was talking about, like, we were communicating. She's like, I don't do drama and all that. It's like, me neither. I'm cool, this and that. All of a sudden, she hit me, but we haven't even met yet. Cussing at me out and say, I told you I don't drama. I see the girls you taking pictures with on Facebook and stuff like that. And I'm like, I said, I told you not to be in drama. I was like, what drama are you in? You don't even know who they are.
You haven't even met this girl yet.
Never even met her yet. We were just talking. And just through text messages, really.
Oh, you didn't even call her on the phone. You don't even know what her voice sound like.
I don't even know what her voice sound like.
Do you still know what her voice sound like?
It sounds like sounds like two thumbs hitting the.
I'm talking about that computer love. She want that computer love.
Bruh, she ended that over some pictures she seen on my Facebook.
From years ago.
Yes.
That's beautiful.
I was like, oh yeah, that online stuff is trash.
Going back to that story in her head again.
Yeah, she just made up a whole story in her head, and that was her truth.
Hey, at least you don't have to deal with that. You don't have to coming up to your house at 4 o'clock in the morning breaking windows because she saw an old picture from 010 with you and some girl.
That sounds personal. That sounds like a personal story, bro.
Hey, I've seen some shit. God damn, like I'm talking about rocks thrown and went. Like I can't understand how somebody has that much anger to show up at your house at 3 o'clock in the morning, breaking windows, screaming about God knows. I mean, he, she, what knows.
That's one thing I won't do is, like, we're not going to do all that bad arguing. I'm not going to be in a relationship to where we just arguing all the time. Like, I can walk away.
I'm talking about the neighbors know my name.
Bruh, I am not the arguing back and forth person. I'm not that dude. And then I'm not. And then we want to have babies and stuff? Nah. Because every toxic relationship, every toxic couple start off with no kids, and then they're like, you know what, this relationship is so toxic, let's have a baby. Hey, you know how extra toxic this relationship is? Let's get married. I've seen it too many times.
Crazy.
Man. And I'm just like,
why?
People just really do the same dumb stuff all the time. But it's I've learned, like, hopefully I don't ever get in that situation. I don't think I will because I've seen it so many times, so I can recognize, like, look, yeah, this ain't for me.
No,
All this drama not for me.
that's a pretty serious situation.
Yeah, I've seen it. Like, hey, look, let's have a baby. We're so toxic. All this nice toxicity. Yeah, let's name our baby toxicity. You know?
At least you taking your time with it. At least you know, because there's people that will go from like relationship to relationship, without even like taking time to break down. Like you say, you analyzing yourself. You in reflection mode, and if you in a relationship, you can't really focus on that because your focus is divided. So you just been like taking your time to like really like get it down packed. That's what makes you non-tolerable for the next female that comes into your life, because it's like I've been building myself up so high. I would think less of myself than stoop down less than that for any female. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I know exactly what you're saying. It's like that. Like, really right now. Like, I'm not with the games no more.
For what?
You know? I'm not with it. And I'm not even saying I'm the most perfect person, but I am the most open. I don't hide things.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not no player out here doing all this nonsense. Like, if I'm saying I'm with you, I'm with you.
Yeah.
I like, loyalty is one of my biggest requirements. I want loyalty. That's all I care about. Like, not all I care about, but that's one of my big things. Like, if something go wrong, you ain't gotta be running out nowhere else. Talk to me. And if we gotta break up, we gotta break up.
Yeah.
But don't be lying to me.
Especially like being with somebody that's safe enough to do that. Because actually some women are scared to be honest like that because of whatever, past relationships, blah, 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 blah. But as long as you create that safe space for them to talk, they'll talk. The point is to get them to stop talking.
That too. Yeah.
But it's cool. I'd rather have an over talkative chick that knows her boundaries. Because, some females be like, I'm just... Your space is so safe. I can talk about everything.
Yeah, it's not the talking. It's like if you're arguing and nagging and stuff.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Talking is cool. Like, if you talk to the person, talk.
Yeah,
tell me what's on your mind. But if it's all the drama, yeah, I'm done with that.
I can't even remember the last time I got into a heated argument with a female. It's been years.
Yeah,
I just don't do it.
Years. I
just don't do it. If I just see it going that way, I just don't do it.
And sometimes they hate it too if you don't argue.
They want you to argue, and I'm just like, I'm just really not that type of person. It makes me sleepy. I can't,
Yeah.
I get hungry afterwards.
All this arguing is making me not give a fuck.
And then they find somebody else to argue with. It's cute.
But man, it's been a dope podcast, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's end this shit. Where you at?
I'm at all social media platforms. I am Siah, the architect, along with the Call Tony band. I'm one of two members. I wanted to actually ask you if me and him can come on one time with you.
Definitely.
It's me and another fellow band member, Quincy Cole. We're a duo group called the Call Tony Band. We're a funk band, and we're coming to a city near you. We got a few shows that's coming up. We'll have those all posted. And yeah, for sure. I'm glad you got me on here. It was once again a fabulous episode.
Yeah,
it was fun as always. You called me last minute.
Yeah,
and I was down. I cleared out my schedule once again.
Please.
I cleared out my schedule. I tried to get him on, but he was like, he had a studio session, so I was like, oh, I kind of figured, but I was like, oh yeah, I'll try to set something up for us next time. For sure.
Yeah, just whenever y'all ready. Like, if y'all have a certain date that I can do it on, just let me know.
Yeah, for sure.
We can do it whenever.
Oh, okay. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? If you do it on if you need a Tuesday or a Wednesday or whatever day, a Sunday, just let me know. We can set it up.
Oh yeah, he'll be down. But yeah, once again, I'm one of a duo called the Call Tony Band. We're looking forward to bring y'all some new funk, a little bit R&B, little fusion here and there. But we're excited. We're very excited.
Is his name Carl Tony or
the band is called the Carl Tony Band?
Why Carl Tony?
It's actually funny. So the story came about that it was me, Quincy, and our drummer that first started with us. We was all chilling one day, and the keyboard player thought the drummer name was Carl because his name was CJ, and then I don't know, And then we started all calling each other Tony, and then we just put together and be like, "Hey man, we should call each other like the Call Tony Band, like a funk band."
It's just like that.
It just came out like that. One person thought his name was Carl. Tony came around, and then we all started calling each other Tony. And then next thing you know, everybody in the band was calling each other Tony because we just do that shit, and it was funny. And then we was like, man, we should turn this into a funk band. And then we've been doing it ever since 2020.
Dang. Well, shit. In that case, it's the We She Day podcast. You know what I'm saying? Oh man,
That's
well, that's
funny as
dope
shit.
though. Like, y'all can catch all social media at Not So Common NSC, Instagram, Spotify, YouTube, whatever. Not So Common NSC, Clapper. Not So Common NSC. I'm gonna say it one more time on all platforms. Not So Common NSC. Shoot. Oh, my own Facebook, Matthias Wilburn. I know some of y'all live on here, whatever. Thanks for kicking in with us. My Instagram is Matthias_dream. And hey, we see y'all next time. Peace, fam.
Yo, yo.